Well, it's a dazzling display of adventure. Broadway's biggest party, Aladdin, is coming to Fresno. Here now from the production is Edward Cuellar. Edward is a hometown guy from Visalia, but he's been traveling with Broadway across America as the swing, dance, and fight captain. So we're going to have him explain what he's been doing on Aladdin. So tell us what you've been doing, what your part is in Aladdin, and how you fit into the production.
Well, yeah, so as a swing, that is a person who covers multiple roles in the show. I cover mainly all the ensemble tracks in the show or the roles in the show, as well as understudy one of the principal roles. As a dance captain, it's just kind of my job to make sure we upkeep the integrity of the choreography and the style of the movement and the heart of the show. And as our fight captain, we also, because we use real swords in the show, there's an element of danger, which adds for that extra element of excitement and adventure. But we have to make sure it stays safe, clean, and consistent. So before every show, we make sure that we run through all of our fights, and just to make sure that we're all ready, our heads in the game, so that we can give an excellent performance for everybody.
Okay, I love hearing about the different roles that are in live productions, because I'm the type of person who will sit through all of the credits for a movie because I like to see what the jobs are. I like to see who the best boy is and who the rigger is. So I love hearing what you're doing, and that, you know, you have responsibility and you're a leader in the production, and you're from Visalia. Okay, so you're covering multiple roles. You're a leader in the production. Tell us about the production. How is this production of Aladdin different than what we all might be used to with the film?
Right. So in the animated feature, we know about Abu and Raja, and in our production, those characters have been taken out or are not in our production, but rather we have added new or original concept of characters that are in the show, and have it's added more depth into the story of these characters, which makes it new and exciting. And like for instance, for Abu. Aladdin has three best friends, Omar, Babkak, and Kasim, which all, and when they all come together, it just adds this extra element of a little bit more backstory about Aladdin and his relationships with these friends, and just how they all work together. And it adds for an amazing number in Act Two called High Adventure, which I don't want to give anything away, but man, is it so fun and funny, and has so much elements of adventure and danger in it, which makes it so exciting across the board.
I didn't even think about that, because yes, it would be very hard to have Abu and Iago in the production. That would be a very difficult thing to do. So for anybody that hasn't seen a Broadway or an off-Broadway musical, the Disney ones are always so fun. What can people expect? What will it be like when we sit through a musical number of Aladdin at the Saroyan?
Well, I will tell you firsthand, because I got to see the show before I was in it. I went to go see it. I saw it on Broadway first. And I just remember being completely wowed, not just by the magic of it that only like Disney can produce, but this element of like right from the get-go, it's you just see just like the colors and the costumes, and it's so intriguing and enticing, and it just like they literally just say, come with me, and you just are ready to just hop into this journey. And the way it opens with the genie, it's so immediately, you know, from the get-go that you're in for a treat. And I think it's what's so beautiful about this show, and specifically, is that those of us who grew up with the animated film, there's a sense of nostalgia, and then for the younger youthful group, it's something new for them as well. So, and it's something that can really bring everybody together, and this beautiful universal moving story about a boy who just wants to make his mother proud. And at least for me, that's where I was like, that's where it plucked at my heartstrings. And and there's beautiful Princess Jasmine and Aladdin. You're like, I'm seeing them in real life, and they're flying. Like, it's the coolest thing. So
Well,
I expect a lot of fun, adventure, a lot of comedy. Like, surprisingly, so much comedy I was not prepared for when I saw it. and I love to be a part of it.
I know they call it Broadway's biggest party. So you're from Visalia. You've been. I was reading that you kind of got a late start into theater, and so we're proud that you're going to come back. Are you excited to come back to the Central Valley to perform? And do you know what role you'll be playing?
So that's a great question. As a swing, you never know. You could know an hour before the show, 5 minutes before the show. And typically with as a swing, you really don't really have an idea. It's usually very last minute. Luckily, I do kind of know that I at least will get one or two little plugins. So I definitely know that I will be performing on May 1st. I do have a scheduled performance on our opening and Sunday evening show on May 5th for sure. And everything else, it'll be a surprise if you see me on stage.
Well, that's kind of the beauty of watching live theater, is that anything could happen. It's all a surprise. Well, Edward, thank you so much for being here. Break a Leg. You can catch Disney's Aladdin at the Saroyan Theater May 1st through May 5th, and we will have all the details about tickets online and performance times. We'll put it all online. Edward, Break a Leg, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. Have a beautiful day.